गुड मॉर्निंग बच्चों। टुडे वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट द फंडामेंटल यूनिट ऑफ लाइफ सेल इन क्लास 9 बायोलॉजी। द फंडामेंटल यूनिट ऑफ लाइफ सेल. What is cell? Cell is composed of different cell organelles. Where cell is found? In all the living organisms like plant, animal. Plant, animal are big, so their body is made up of large number of cells. But the unicellular organism like amoeba, paramecium, they are made up of single cells. So the organisms are made up of either single cell or large number of cell. It means the cell is the structural unit of life. Just like this building. Building is made up of large number of bricks. So what is the unit of this building? Bricks is the unit of building. Similarly, the plant and animal, living organisms are made up of cells, either single cell or large number of cells. So cell is the unit of life. But unit of life means the fundamental unit of life. Fundamental unit of life means it is the structural unit as well as the functional unit of life. You know, in the plant and animal, living process are going on. Plant are living, animal are living, because inside their body the cells are living. Suppose this duster, this is made up of wood. Once their cells were living, when it was the part of plant, living plant, their cells were living. But right now, this is non-living, dead, because their cells are not alive. They are not performing any life process. Living being perform different life process, like growth, respiration, nutrition, in plant photosynthesis, circulation, metabolism, response to stimuli, different life cycle. All these living process takes place inside the living organism because the cell are living. Oxidation of glucose occurs inside the cell in mitochondria. Photosynthesis occurs in the chloroplast in the plant. Means inside the cell these living processes are going on. Then that plant and animal are living. If the cell will be not alive, there will be no living process, then the organism will also not alive. The every living organisms are only alive due to the living cell. So all life process which are occurring inside the living beings, that is due to the living cell which are present in their body. So the cell is the fundamental unit of life. At first, Robert Hooke, the cell is the fundamental unit of life. The fundamental unit of life. Cell. Who discovered the cell? At first, Robert Hooke. Robert Hooke in 1665. Robert Hooke in 1665 discovered the cell. He cut the section of a cork. Cork means dead tissue of the plant. Just like some old trees are releasing bark, so that is the dead tissue. Here also cork. Cork is the dead tissue of plant. When he cut the slice of this cork, the slice comes and he observed with the help of his own handles. Then he observed that Here it contains large number of chamber-like structure. Here are large number of chamber-like structure. These chambers are empty because this carc was dead. The cell is not living. So these chambers are empty. And he called this chamber as cellula. Cellula means cell. Chamber. Chamber. And he called it cell. Cell. So he observed dead cell. Robert Hooke observed dead cell. He discovered dead cell from the slice of carc. This is the carc. Carc. This is the slice of carc. Slice of carc. And when observing his own microscope, then he observed that large number of the chamber-like structure are present. That is called a cellula or cell chamber. Later on, Antony van Leeuwenhoek, Antony van Leeuwenhoek discovered living cell. He discovered living cell. Antony van Leeuwenhoek discovered living cell. How? He took the plant, the water, pond of water of pond. He took the water of pond and observed in his own microscope, and he saw that several unicellular organisms are present there. So he discovered living cell. But in 1665, Robert Hooke discovered the cell that was the dead cell. It was empty totally. Chamber-like structure were present. Why chamber-like structure? Just like in this chamber there are so many cell organelles: cytoplasm, nucleoplasm means protoplasm, cell organ like mitochondria, Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum, all these are performing different function. But this carc was dead, so this all the material were dried, protoplasm was dried, no any cell organelles, so it was empty. Just like a pond. In a pond, if there is water, then there will be algae, some microscopic organism, some aquatic animals like fishes, aquatic insects, frogs. But if the water of the pond will removed out, finish, then there will be no any algae, no any aquatic plant animals, they will die. Because if the water is present, they are exchanging gases, they are exchanging nutrients, and they are surviving. But the water is not there in pond, then they will not survive. Similarly, in the cell, if it is living, there is the cytoplasm, nucleoplasm, and in the nucleus, chromosome, then different cell organelles like mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, all these are present. And they are performing function by exchanging the material. They need nutrients. But if protoplasm is not there, means cytoplasm, nucleoplasm is not there, then the cell organelle will destroy. They will not remain alive. Then cell will be also do not remain alive. It means inside the cell, just like in a factory, so many machines are there, so many instructors are there, so many engineers are there. Raw material is being used, good material are going to produce. Our cell is also like a factory. Inside so many cell organelles. The material are used from outside. It is entering into the cell. How? Suppose the plant is taking water mineral, carbon dioxide, light. When through the xylem, water mineral reach into the plant leaf cell. Carbon dioxide comes into mesophil cell in chloroplast. The light energy in the chloroplast by chlorophyll, then photosynthesis takes place. What we are eating, it undergo digestion. After digestion comes into blood circulation, digestion nutrients. Through blood circulation comes into our cell, tissue, then cell. In the cell, when glucose enters, oxygen enters, oxidize, release ATP energy. And carbon dioxide removed outside the body. We are taking oxygen reach into the cell, oxidize glucose, release energy, and carbon dioxide again we are releasing out during expiration. And energy is being used to maintain body temperature, for doing work, for repair and growth. It means inside the cell this life processes are going on. So, if the cell is living, in plant and animal, then they will alive. Vital process will take place. Life process will take place. That's why it is called as the cell is the fundamental unit of life. So what I told, the Robert Hooke discovered cell in 1665. Anthony van Leeuwenhoek, Anthony van Leeuwenhoek discovered living cell by using the pond water. He observed several living cells in the pond water, and after that, in 1831, in 1831, Robert Brown discovered nucleus in the cell. Nucleus contain chromosome, DNA, histone, protein, and DNA is the genetic material. So nucleus direct all the life activity inside the cell. Nucleus was discovered by Robert Brown. Cell was discovered by Robert Hooke, and nucleus was discovered by Robert Brown in 1831. Later, Purkinje discovered. Purkinje coined the term protoplasm to the liquid material present in the cell. The liquid material which is present in the cell, it was called as protoplasm. By whom? By Purkinje in 1839. In 1839, he told that the liquid material is present in the cell, that is called as protoplasm. Just like in pond water, then living organism will remain alive, they will exchange the material. Similarly, if the protoplasm present in the cell, then the cell organelle will exchange the material and they will be alive and the living process will take place. So उसको जीव द्रव्य कहा गया, प्रोटोप्लाज्म कहा गया, जीवन का द्रव्य कहा गया. In the cell, liquid material is present, that is called as protoplasm by the Purkinje. Later on, in 1838 and 39, cell theory was proposed by E.M.J. Slydon and Theodore Swan. Cell theory. Cell theory. E.M.J. Slydon and Theodore Swan in 1838-39 proposed cell theory. E.M.J. Slydon and Theodore Swan, biologist and zoologist, these two gentlemen has proposed cell theory. What is the cell theory? They state that cell is the structural unit of life and the cell is the functional unit of life. Why structural unit of life? The different structure of the organism. Suppose the fish, frog, all these all have different shape and size. Plant, human being, other animal have different shape and size. This structure of living organism is made up of cells. If all are made up of cells, then why they are different in shape and size? Because they have different pattern of arrangement of cell in their body. That's why they are different. Suppose the mango plant, more or less all mango plant are similar because their pattern of arrangement of cell is similar. Guava plant, their arrangement is similar, so all go over like similar. Human being, all human being, more or less like a human being, so pattern of arrangement is similar. Color and all these things different, that is due to the melanin and so many things. But human, all human are seems like a human because the pattern is same type. Their chromosome are more or less similar. 99.9% gene are similar. Only 0.1% differences are there. That's why some differences are found. So, just like a building made up of large number of bricks, similarly, the plant and animal organism are made up of cells. Suppose one building, that is one story. If you want to develop two story, again you will arrange the bricks, make the wall, then the roof, again new story will develop. Similarly, the individual, if one is very small, suppose seeds are here, it germinates in the embryo cells. In the seed embryo produces plumule radical, and now this plumule radical give rise shoot. How shoot? The inside this, the cells are dividing. The cells are dividing, and here the root radical produce root, plumule produce shoot, radical produce root. The plant will develop. Why this plant is developing? Because the cell which is present inside the embryo of the seed that produce plumule and radical, how this cell undergo division, divide, increase the number of cell, then the shoot will increase in size, and the cell of the radical divide, increase the number of cell, undergo differentiation, the root will produce. So the cell which are present inside the cell, they undergo division, and due to this division, the number of cell is increasing, then tissues are going to form, tissue system are going to form, the organ are going to form, then the plant and animal are increasing in shape and size. So this is the internal growth. Due to division of cell, specialization, modification of cell, form tissue, this is the internal, leads internal growth. But suppose in building, you are adding the number of bricks, increasing the story of building, that is external growth. But here, inside the suppose single cell is divide, produce 2 cell, 4 cell, 8 cell, 16 cell, 32 cell, 64 cell, 128 cell, 256 cell, just doubling. The number of cell is increasing by division. So the tissue amount is increasing. So the organ is increasing, organ system is increasing. That's why the multicellular plant and animal are going to develop. But unicellular organism, just like amoeba just single cell organism, it divide to produce 2 amoebae. Or again, here is the one amoeba, here is the other amoeba. Because it is unicellular, it is not multicellular. So their cell divide and get separate. But here cell divide remain intact. Multiply becomes multicellular. But unicellular organism cell are also divided. But cell is not going to remain intact when their nucleus elongates. Here cell bifurcates, and when cell bifurcates, and it gives rise to amoeba. One amoeba to 2 amoeba. Again it divides to form next 4 amoeba. This way the number is increasing. But in the multicellular organism, the cell divide but remain intact, form tissue group of cells and tissue system, that organ. Then it is growing in size, becomes multicellular. The cell is the structural unit of life. But whatever function is going on here, photosynthesis, respiration, growth, it is occurring in this cell. So cell is the functional unit of life. But how it is increasing size? Due to division of cell. It means each living cell have ability of division. So in the cell theory, one more term was added. Cell theory. The first point is the cell is a structural unit of life. Second is the cell is functional unit of life. And third is the cell has ability of division to produce similar type of cell. Similar type of cell. This third line was added after the Robert Birkow statement. Robert Birkow told that the omnicellular is cellular in 1855. He told that omnicellular is cellular. Means every living cell produced by pre-existing cell. Omnicellular is cellular. So this term was added, this sentence was added, the cell has ability of division to produce similar type of cell. Cell which is present here, we divide and divide and divide, produce similar type of cell, but the cell undergo modification to perform different function. Previously it is similar, but according to needs it modify. Suppose in class 10 all students are studying same subject, but in 11 some will take science, some will take art, some will take commerce, some will take math, biology, means according to their need, and after that some will join IAS, PCS, engineering, or some will join medical science, means according to their interest they are undergo specialization, then later on they will be called as doctor, engineer, IAS. But previously in up to class 10 all are having same subject. Similarly, when cell divide, all are similar. But according to it, a group of cell undergo specialization to perform definite function, other group of cell undergo specialization to perform other function. This way, the some will form root, some will form stem, some will form leaf, even then some will form flower, so a group of cell form flower. So this way it undergo division as well as modification, specialization to perform different functions. Now, the Robert Birkow, he stated that omnicellular is cellular. Robert Birkow stated that omnicellular is cellular. Every cell produced by division of pre-existing cell. Pre-existing cell. Every cell produced by division of pre-existing. What I told here, pre-existing cell. Suppose one seed, in seed there is embryo develop from zygote develop from male and female gamete of parent plant. So from parent plant that cell is donated, from zygote, then embryo, and embryo gives plumule radical, means pre-existing cell, then plumule radical cell. Plumule cell divide and form shoot. Means if male and female gamete will not come from the parent plant, then zygote will not develop. If zygote will not develop, then embryo will not develop. Embryo will not develop, then plumule radical will not develop. And if plumule will not develop, shoot will not form, radical will not develop, the root will not form. It means every new cell is produced from pre-existing cell. The cell have ability of division. So this way the cell theory states that the cell is the structure unit of life. The structure of living organism made up of cell, either single cell, unicellular organism, a large number of cell, multicellular organism. Cell is the functional unit of life. All the life process which are going on in the body, respiration, nutrition, metabolism, this reproduction, different life cycle, growth, regeneration, repair of tissue, as well as the control and coordination, all these are due to the living cell. The functions what are going to occur inside the living organism. Suppose the plant is bearing flower, androecium, gynoecium, male and female gamete fuse, then form zygote, embryo, then seed and fruit, means reproduction takes place, new progeny is developed. If cell will be not there, then how it is possible? So the all life process photosynthesis. If the cell is not present, chloroplast is not there, grana is not there, chlorophyll is not there, photosynthesis will not take place. In the cell, mitochondria is not there, energy will not produce. It means the cell is the functional unit of life. And the cell have nature of division, ability of division. That's why the organisms are increasing in shape and size. The organisms are increasing in number also. Unicellular organism, 1 amoeba to 2 to 4 to 6 to 8 to 2 to 4 to 8 to 16. How? By division. So this way we can say the cell is the structural unit of life, cell is the functional unit of life, and the cell have ability of division. That's why the organisms are growing. Now, the types of cell. If you will see the shape of the cell, the cell size increases from 20 μm to 50 μm, 20 micrometer to 50 micrometer, and this shape of the cell, suppose RBC have little bit biconcave, the elliptical shape, RBC. Similarly, the muscle cell have cylindrical shape. Muscle cell in our body, the muscles are contracting. Here is the cell. Large number of dark and light band are here. Large number of dark and light band are here. Nucleus is here. This is the striated muscle cell or skeletal cell. Smooth muscle cell, single nucleus. Smooth muscle cell. Similarly, you can say the bone cell, it contains the canaliculi, osteocytes, here the bone cells, this is the osteocyte, bone cell, nerve cell is the longest cell. Nerve cell, it contains cyton, cell body. Here is the dendrite, cyton, dendrite, nucleus, and here is the nerve ending, axon. This is the nerve cell. Ostrich egg or hen egg is also, and this is the hen egg. This hen egg is also a cell, but it is haploid cell. So all these are different types of cell. If you will see the amoeba just irregular shape and size like this. Paramecium just like slipper. Paramecium just like slipper like. This is paramecium. It is unicellular organism. It is also a cell. Here amoeba is also a cell. So cell have different shape and size. Now, on the basis of presence of nuclear membrane and cell organelles are absent of this, cell are two types. First, prokaryotic cell, and second, eukaryotic cell. Pro means primitive, karyon means nucleus. The cell which have primitive nucleus, the cell which have very primitive nucleus, there is no nuclear membrane, there is no mitochondria, there is no Golgi complex, there is no membrane bound cell organelles, that is called as prokaryotic cell, like bacteria cell, moneron, bacteria, cyanobacteria, mycoplasma, all these are the prokaryotic cell, primitive cell. They at first appear in the on the earth planet in the beginning. Later on in the cell, nuclear membrane develop, mitochondria, Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum, all the cell organelles develop membrane bound cell organelles. Then it is called as eukaryotic. U means well developed, U means well developed, and karyon means nucleus. Pro means primitive, karyon means nucleus. Primitive means late developed nucleus is present, that is prokaryotic cell. And eukaryotic, well developed nucleus is present, that is called as eukaryotic. All these plants, mango, guava, human being, all animals, their cell are eukaryotic cell. U means well developed, karyon means nucleus. They have membrane bound cell organelles, they have mitochondrial plasmic reticulum, Golgi complex. But the prokaryotic cell, like bacterial cell, they don't have this. So this is called as prokaryotic cell. So on the basis of presence of nuclear membrane, on the basis of presence of nuclear membrane and membrane bound cell organelles. Cells are divided into two parts. Cells are divided into two parts. The prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Prokaryotic cell, pro plus karyon, primitive, which have primitive nucleus like bacteria, cyanobacteria, mycoplasma. And eukaryotic cell, U means well developed, U means well developed, and karyon means nucleus. Eukaryotic cell contain well developed nucleus, just like the plant cell, animal cell. So today we have discussed about the discovery of cell, discovery of nucleus, cell theory, shape of the cell, and on the basis of presence of nuclear membrane and membrane bound cell organelles, the two types of cell, prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Later on we discuss about the prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell separately. Thank you very much. Thank you.